Hi. How's everyone doing? Me too. I've just been told I'm one of the last speakers, which makes me one of the last things standing between everybody and free beer, so I'll try to keep it brief. My name is Paz, and I'm a singer-songwriter from Los Angeles, but I wasn't always. A couple years ago, I was finishing up college, and I was faced with a choice. What do I do next with my life? And the most obvious thing seemed to be continue going to school. So I was all set to go to law school. When I decided at the last second I was going to do what I loved and move to Los Angeles and be a professional musician. Much to the chagrin of my parents and anyone who cared for my financial well-being. I quickly learned in LA, I had moved at the worst possible time. It was the time when everybody had stopped buying music. And we kind of take that for granted because we hear about it all the time. We hear, oh, nobody's buying music anymore. They're all stealing it. And but I think we don't really think about that. Think about what that really means. If the one thing you were making your livelihood on suddenly was not being bought anymore. So if you make shoes, no longer are people buying shoes. They're just stealing them out of the store. No longer are people buying laptops. They're just walking into the electronics store and taking the laptop out of the store. No longer are people buying Cobra beer. They're just sticking their head under the keg and drinking it for free. And I quickly learned in LA that I was not going to be able to sell music, being an unknown songwriter that no one had heard of. So one day I woke up and decided I was going to do something even dumber than move to LA in the first place. I was going to help people steal my music. As I figured if they're going to steal it anyway, I might as well help them steal a lot of it. So every day I woke up with the goal of helping as many people as possible steal my album. And I found it was actually pretty tough to do. If no one's heard of you, it's tough to give your music away for free. So every day I started, well, I'll try to get 10 people to steal my album today. And the next day it was, I'll try to get 50 people to steal this album. And I was using everything, Facebook, Twitter, anything I could get my hands on. If I could have gone into the Virgin Megastore and literally put my record into people's jackets, I would have been doing that too. And something sort of funny started to happen. The more records I was able to get people to steal, the more my fan base started to grow. And all of a sudden on Facebook, I had 100 fans, and then I had 1,000 fans, and then 2,000 and 4,000, and so it grew. As the number of downloads went up, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, so seemed to grow my fan base. And people started to notice. I got a meeting with a pretty big record label in LA, and the gentleman sat me down in his office and said, Paz, we noticed that you've got over 100,000 downloads of your album. That's amazing. That's fantastic. How did you do it? And I said, well, I've been helping people steal it. and there was a very awkward silence. And he laughed, and I thought that would be a good time for me to laugh too, so I laughed. And he took that opportunity to go off, thinking, again, it was a joke, about how the industry was being torn apart by music pirates and thieves. And all I could think in the back of my head was, maybe I can get some tips. So I asked him at one point, oh, God, that's terrible. How are people stealing all your music? and he named off the usual suspects. Well, the blogs, then there's Facebook, then there's Twitter, and there's LimeWire. Oh, and then BitTorrent. BitTorrent is the worst. You can get anything on there. Elton John, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles. And I'm thinking, God, BitTorrent, I haven't thought of that yet. So the first thing I did when I went home was put my music on BitTorrent, and we doubled the number of albums we were able to help people steal. Thank you very much, Mr. Wise from Capitol Records. And the downloads continued to grow, and so did the fan base. And then something even stranger happened was some of the people who had become fans of me on Facebook or on Twitter started getting in touch with me, saying, Paz, can you come play a show for us in New York? Paz, can you come open the show up for us in Miami? Can you open for this other artist in Arizona? And soon I was playing twice as many, 4 times, 10 times as many shows as I had played in a month as in the entire time I'd been in LA up to that point. And I thought, maybe I'm onto something. Maybe helping people steal my records isn't such a bad idea. In fact, it's what probably got me on this stage today. So if there's really a lesson to be learned from any of it, maybe it's a very, very simple one, which is to embrace change. As many of our industries are facing cataclysmic upheavals, sometimes it's the thing that seems to be destroying your business or your livelihood that actually could wind up saving it. So with that note, I'll play a quick song for you. This song is called Rockstar. It was one of the first songs I wrote when I came to LA, and it's about all the things I would do if I became a rock star. Well, all I ever wanted to be was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. And when I make it, it'll be so nice to never have to need another thing in my life. 'Cause everybody wanna be around a platinum star. I never have to buy another drink at a bar. Trips to Tahiti with all my friends, with chicks in bikinis. Yeah, man, I wanna be a rock star. Yeah, I would be friends with Michael Jordan like Blanket Jackson got Janet on speed dial. Jay-Z would be me from NYC to meet him on stage up at MSG. I'll be the fourth Jonas brother minus the necklace and have sex with all the groupies they won't have sex with. Tell Miley, Haley and Lilo I nail every celebrity from LA to WeHo. Blow smoke with Method Man, add a Caucasian to the Wu-Tang Clan. And unless Kanye feel dumb, I'll be the only dude he won't steal a microphone from. I'm a heartbreaker, breaking hearts with my rhyme skills. Don't blow my lines, 'cause man, these lines kill. And if they don't stop me, I'll probably drop every label before my bubble pops and they drop me. So copy, while my star's still high. Every skywriter write my name in the sky. Every compilation want a verse by me. And every constellation spells P-A-Z. Well, all I ever wanted to be was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. And when I make it, it'll be so nice to never have to need another thing in my life. 'Cause everybody won't be round a platinum star. I never have to buy another drink at the bar. Trips to Tahiti with all my friends and with chicks in bikinis. Yeah, man, I wanna be a rock star. Well, I go on a world tour from Boston to Baghdad and hit South Beach too, just to stay at Wade's pad courtside with a blonde, watching LeBron drop bombs. And halftime he'll drop by and ask me for my autograph, but I'll big time the king. Say I'm too big time to be signing my name by a guy with no championship rings. You think that's egotistical, rock star realistic, and maybe someday you'll drop my name. Right after Sandra Bullock, but right before Jesse James. Yeah, and maybe someday you'll drop my name. Yeah, oh, you drop my name right on top of Paris Hilton, but underneath Rebecca Romaine. 'Cause all I ever wanted to be was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. And if I make it, it'll be so nice. Yeah, yeah. All I ever wanted to be was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. And if I make it, it'll be so nice to never have to need another thing in my life. 'Cause everybody wanna be around a platinum star. Never have to buy another drink at the bar. Trips to Tahiti with all my friends, with chicks in bikinis. Yeah, man, I wanna be a rock star. Thank you very much.
Shh.